Energize. Energize.
All systems operating.
Energize.
All systems operating.
Energize.
We are being probed. We are being probed.
So be it, fool.
My favorite.
Savage life forms never follow even their own rules.
Hello and welcome to another episode of Trek in the Valley, the non-encyclopedic Star Trek The Next Generation podcast.
Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. Every week, me, Adam, and my friend.
Hey, how's it going, everyone? It's Hirt here. What's up?
Not much, man. I'm gonna talk about Star Treks.
Yeah,
that's probably
that's our thing. Huh?
I think, yeah. If I had to guess if I had to guess what's gonna happen with this, I would say we're gonna watch a Star Trek and then we're gonna amble through
Star Trek.
We're gonna do the Star Trek through a Star Trek, and we're gonna amble through it, and we're gonna forget things, and we're gonna laugh. And people are going to listen to it, and oh my God, they're going to love it. It's going to be the best episode of the fucking podcast ever. If you've never listened before, I have no idea why this would be the first episode you've listened to. Maybe Where No One Has Gone Before is your favorite episode of fucking Star Trek ever. And
yeah, there we go.
That could very well be. Maybe you haven't seen the rest of the episodes. I don't know how this would be somebody's absolute favorite episode. It doesn't have a Ferengi, like, waving his hands over his head and then going, ah! like that's like, we'll talk about it, but that's a better episode than the fucking Ferengi. So how's it going, man? It's
going well.
Are you staying cool as things kind of heat up in Los Angeles?
Yeah. Back with the story with the AC, I guess we sent an email or some shit, and they're like, hey, we could either A, come into your apartment and repair it, or B, we'll give you a refund, but it'll be on a Visa gift card, and it'll be in the mail in a while.
In like 8 weeks.
And you're like, nah, okay,
so
you just come in.
Have you talked about your AC on the podcast before?
Yeah, I believe so, because it was super hot, and then I set it up, and then I got an email saying, oh, by the way,
recall.
There's a recall because some of the molds. And then I was like, what the fuck? And then, I was trying to fix it, and then I was looking at it. And this was all in some email they sent after we, looked on the site and stuff. It was just so strange. But that's the end of that mystery.
So now you're
waiting on some guy to come in,
bring you an air conditioner.
Not a new one, I guess. Well, probably a new one, honestly. Yeah, maybe he's just getting paid to drop off and reinstall and pick them up.
They're not just so you bought
Watch
this.
him just like drill a hole in the bottom, and it's like, that's how it drains.
So you bought this at a store.
Oh, no, it was online on Amazon.
Oh, so you ordered an air conditioner on Amazon.
Yeah,
okay.
And it
shipped. And then, so who's this guy?
I don't know. It's probably going to be a third party or something, Who knows?
So I wonder if this guy's going to have a jacket that's got like the air conditioner brand on it.
Oh, no way. No fucking way.
Are you fucking,
I don't think so.
Like, how
it's
going to
be something
work?
Simple. They're probably just going to have a third party. And
they come in and do a little fix, or they replace a part?
Yeah.
Whoa, that's, to me, okay,
and
so
it's
now
like email after email with outsourcing
God.
On outsourcing,
Well, now my mind is all fucked up because I'm imagining that there's a job of like handyman or general appliance worker who like if a big company like, oh yeah, this big air conditioner company, every few months they have a problem in this area and they reach out to these, like, that's just fucking crazy, dude.
I mean, I hope I'm not like,
it's
there's
funny.
That whole design where it's like shitification, where
and
it's
shitification,
it's like, oh,
planned obsolescence.
Yeah, but I don't think it's that.
No.
Especially since they sent it so early.
And there's
we were
a
just
recall.
Like, what the fuck?
There's a recall.
So they're giving out Visa gift cards here.
Yeah, it's like a Visa gift card. That's legit.
That takes time.
I just think it's fucked up. So like this guy, like, I think it'd be funny if there's like only a couple guys in the country that do this and they have to fly somebody to your house to fucking drill a hole in the drainage pan. Like, he's like, honey, I'll be back in 3 days. I have to go to Los Los Angeles to do a warranty fix on a fucking air conditioner. And this is the time when you need it.
Exactly.
Oh my God, because it's going to be super fucking hot. When's he coming?
I don't know. We haven't received any news yet.
So, because it's 80s this week, and then it's going to be 90s next week.
No, what's good is that we inspected it ourselves, and I looked, and I was like, I mean, it doesn't smell bad. I don't see any mold.
Oh, wait, so you're just using, you can just use it in the meantime?
Yeah.
Did they tell you not to?
No, they said use it, but not like all the time.
I would
because
just
it'll
use
build
it.
up.
Use that fucking shit all the time.
Yeah.
It's like a week or whatever. Hey, you should have told them, like, hey, I'm going to use it all the time until you get your fucking asses over here. And because I'm assuming they got two people. There's probably a journeyman and his assistant that they fly in from Chicago.
I mean,
like,
now that you brought up the logistics, I am
flew out.
curious.
And they flew out.
There's no way they're gonna have a jacket with the logo on it.
They flew out of Midway in Chicago instead. They're like, I'll never fly out of O'Hare. I'll never fly. All right. But
yeah, AC Chronicles.
I hope it works for you. Our air conditioner, I clean out the filter every season, and I just never want to have to email my landlord about the air conditioner. Because I just want it, because it's not great. We have too big of a place. The bedroom doesn't get cool. I mean, not too big of a place, and we're not sitting in a fucking mansion. This is the apartment where I'm gonna die, like 50 years from now. But it's just, but I don't ever want it to break, because just the idea of getting it replaced, it's like built into the fucking. And then we gotta like put the cat somewhere when the workmen come. Anyway, our air conditioner is fine, and we just we try to only run it when we need to.
Yeah,
but
man, count your blessings.
On these days when it's gonna, like today, I actually drove home on lunch to turn the air conditioner on, and so that it would be nice and cool for when we had to get ready to record. I just don't understand how on your cell phone telephone I'll have the fucking focus on personal, and it will still vibrate sometimes when people text me or whatever. It's like, I'm not going to Google it. I'm not going to look into why this is happening, but it should be a feature. It shouldn't fucking happen. Yeah. I don't care why it's happening. I don't care how to fix it. I'm just going to complain. I'm going to complain every time, and I will never be proactive about figuring it out.
The AC, huh?
It should just work. All right. So that brings us.
Speaking of just things working, this episode, man.
Yeah.
It's like so great. I don't know, it's clashing with the modernness of, like, I don't know, I feel like there's a clash of modern and the new stuff, or new stuff and old school.
It's definitely
cool.
I'm sure better, richer podcasters have made this observation, but there's certainly a very transitional ass feel to this first season from the original series. Excuse me, and shit, even from the animated series to this, because
oh my god, yeah.
And then you think about this came out like
the stakes are so much bigger, I feel, in the animated ones.
And there's been 4.
But they'll get bigger in the show, obviously. But...
Well, they're pretty big in this.
They'll eventually get massive.
Yeah, I mean, in the Borg.
Yeah,
you get the Borg in there. But yeah, we're gonna talk about this episode in a minute, but we got to get to our first official segment.
Oh yeah.
What does Al remember? I'll try to remember to boost the level on that in post. What does Adam remember? Boost the level on that in post. So what do you remember about last week's shit, dog?
It's the last outpost, right?
It is indeed the last outpost.
Okay.
What's it about, post?
Ferengi, or no. The Enterprise chases a Ferengi ship. They end up at this planet. They both get like kind of derailed, I guess, ironically. And then it's kind of an analogy of like the Chinese finger trap. They're both kind of stuck and conjoined together, but then they're both trying to reverse and get out of there. And then turns out the planet is like sapping the energy from them. And then what is it? What's his face? Picard's like, we need to work with those fucking Ferengi. They're both in the same situation as we are.
They are,
like, God
indeed.
damn it, Picard. And so then they all agree to like beam down there. They get in a scuffle, and then some entity comes out of the planet. And it's like a guardian.
Of course, it's an all-powerful guardian entity.
And like turns out it was just like an old kind of like akin to an old like computer program or like a setting or like a door security
Yeah.
that you set on your
Yeah.
door before you leave.
Yeah, right.
And,
It's like
you
they
just
went,
don't come
"Beep, boop, bop."
back.
Yeah, you
It's like a
you-
ring, you know?
you set up your Ring doorbell, and then your trillion people civilization exploded in a supernova.
Dude, that's okay. It was just like that other episode where they visit that one planet,
Yeah.
Kirk and the gang,
Yeah.
and then they open that message, and the lady's like,
Yep.
"We used to be like these people,
Yes.
but then they died or
Yeah.
some shit. This is a warning."
Yeah.
Anyways,
It's
but
like a
then
lot of
the way-
episodes. Yeah.
But then the way they get out of it though is Riker does a Sun Tzu, and then he answers like his cool quotes, and he's like, "Fear is the true enemy,"
Yeah.
and he's like, "Whoa, you're pretty cool." And then he's like, "Can you let go of our ship?" And he's like,
Yeah.
"Oh yeah, that sure."
The guy's
And
name
then-
was Portal. I have
Portal,
to say
that's
that.
right.
Awesome
His name
name.
is Portal.
And
then he's like, "Should you let go of the Ferengi too?" And he's like, "They're kind of assholes." But then he's like, "Well, if we don't let them go, they'll never learn." And he's like, "Riker, you're pretty wise."
yeah, man, that was good.
And then yeah,
Then they
did.
bounce. And one thing I have to mention
Yeah, go ahead.
is that the Ferengi were fucking amazing. Like, talk
know.
about introducing a new race on a sci-fi show, and to just fucking completely clock it out of the park like that. That one guy that holds his hands over his head and then puts them in front of, like, I think that's the funniest fucking character acting shit
Yeah, it
ever.
is.
They were so good, dude.
I mean, I don't know. It just feels
just-
more. Oh, go ahead.
Constantly snarling in the background of every shot, like as Riker's having this intellectual debate with Portal
Yeah.
to prove that, because Portal was like set up to try and test people who want to enter this civilization,
Is
right?
that like some Greek stereotype or
Yeah,
some story mythos stereotype?
and he'd scanned the Enterprise. That's how he knew about Sun Tzu. But yeah,
Yeah.
good job. You did a pretty good job. That was the last outpost, which we talked about on episode 124 of
Yep.
Trek in the Valley. And now we are coming up on today's episode. I don't know how this notes app works. Why is it doing this
It's
to me?
what is it called? Where no man has gone before.
No, they made it woke. It's where no one has gone
no
before.
one. That's right. Where no one has gone before.
Star Trek: The Next Generation, woke. You heard it here first.
Hey, Next Generation.
Right, there you go,
Let's
the
see.
woke
Come on.
generation. So this is episode 125 of our podcast. Welcome to it. And we're talking about Where No One Has Gone Before, which is episode 5 of Star Trek. Episode 6 of Star Trek: The Next Generation. This episode premiered on October 26, 1987. Ooh, Halloween episode. And it was written by Diane Duane and Michael Reeves, directed by Rob Bowman, who's like a classic sci-fi guy. Like, he ends up doing a lot of shit in Star Trek. And then the Paramount Plus synopsis is: teenager Wesley Crusher and a dying alien are the crew's only hope for escape from a bizarre galaxy where thoughts become real.
Whoa.
So a couple things before we started. Where thoughts become real, this whole shit is just a bunch of different episodes thrown into like a
Mishmash or
magic bullet.
Frankenstein.
Yeah, they're thrown into it. But it wouldn't be a magic bullet in 1987. It'd be whatever Ronco tabletop mixer, the salad shooter.
Yeah.
They salad shootered a bunch of Star Trek plots together and came up with something that's pretty fucking good.
Oh, it's very, very smart.
I like it, and like so many things, it starts with a rendezvous. The Enterprise is meeting up with the USS Fearless. That's
this is so bizarre.
That's such a weird name
This
for
premise.
a ship. The
It was just
Fearless.
like, yeah, right.
You should be a little fear. You should have a little fear.
Yeah, right.
You gotta know
Otherwise
when-
you'd go headstrong or head first.
Yeah, you got to know when to evacuate your ship, and you got to know when to sep the saucer.
Yeah.
You know, you got to know when to saucer sep. And so they're meeting this. Al, can you tell our listener a little bit about why they're meeting the Fearless out here?
It was that's why I wanted to bring it up. The scenario is so weird. They're meeting up with this scientist, quote unquote, and his assistant, quote unquote, to do these weird propulsion tests.
Yeah, so this guy.
Then, Riker and the engineering captain are like, his schematics make no sense. They make no sense at all.
The
Like,
captain of engineering.
the captain of engineering, yes, the head of engineering. And they were just like, yeah, and Data goes, yeah, we put his schematics in our test run, and we just did a couple of test runs on the computer, and there was no change in speed. Like, there was no change in velocity. This doesn't improve our situation or our ship in any way. Like, it's a waste of time, basically, is what they're trying to say.
So what's there? So this Kaczynski,
that's
who
his
is
name.
the scientist.
Yes.
He has proven with the Fearless that they can increase the efficiency of the warp drive, right?
Yes.
But like you just explained,
With the warp drive.
Riker and our season 1 chief of engineering,
Yes.
who I'm going to talk about a lot because he fucking rules. He looks like one of the Oak Ridge boys or some shit. They think that it's bullshit.
Yeah.
And they're gonna send. They gotta go down and meet this guy Kaczynski at the beaming portal paddle.
I don't know why I said head instead of chief, but the reason why I said head or department head is because this feels
You said
like
he's
an
the
office. Yeah, captain.
You said he's the captain of engineering.
I went captain,
engineering
and then
captain,
head, and then chief. So
Yeah.
anyway, so the reason why I said like all that was because it kind of plays out like a workplace situation where it's like there's someone new that comes in, and it's like. It doesn't seem like they know what they're talking about, or they're introducing something to the team, and you're like, "Well, I don't think you know what you're talking about." And
Like,
it's
it could be
no, of course,
like-
this is right.
Like it could be an episode of The Office. Like
Yeah,
it cuts
or
to
it
a
could cut to,
it cuts
like-
to a direct to camera of Riker going, "I just don't think these schematics are gonna do anything."
Seriously, no, it plays off like that's why I think that's where it kind of feels like that modern twist, you know, where it's like we've all had this weird encounter before,
And they send. That's
and
why.
then we got the alien assistant,
And that's why they send Troy, Deanna Troy, the ship's counselor, who we
kinda
know and love.
She kind of breaks the whole plot too. Like
Right?
she breaks like every plot. She's pretty
Dude,
overpowered.
She's OP.
Yeah.
And so she goes down there to kind of read these motherfuckers, right? And of course the lead. Okay, so this security chief guy.
Yes.
What's his character name? Is he Argyle?
Yeah.
So he's Argyle, the chief
Biff.
chief of security. Chief of security. And he looks like the wrestler Arn Anderson. Do you know who Arn Anderson
No.
is? Okay, so I got to show you a picture of this guy because it's fucking hilarious. So this is the chief of engineering. Look at that motherfucker! Look, it looks exactly like him. Look at him. That's Arn Anderson. He's a member of the Four Horsemen. It was him and his brother Oli, a few other guys in there, and then Ric Flair.
One was a wrestler.
Yeah, he was a wrestler, and he looks exactly like this motherfucker.
Yeah, they look like cousins or something,
right? And so Troy is getting a read on them, and I love how first off, Kaczynski is played by Stanley
Yates.
Camel. No. Kaczynski.
Kaczynski,
yeah.
yes.
I can't believe I closed that fucking window, dude. He's played by Stanley Camel, and Stanley Camel is dead, R.I.P.
Yeah,
but he
R.I.P..
died recently because he was Monk's psychiatrist in the
Yes,
show
that's
Monk,
right.
and he's so
in the movie,
fucking
isn't he,
good
or
in
no?
it. No, he was dead before the movie.
Okay.
I'm assuming that the movie he actually died while they were making
you can,
it.
do Apple Shift T, and I think you can reopen old tabs.
Oh my god,
that you
dude!
closed.
I'll never remember that. And so that's so funny because Stanley Camel rules, and he plays this condescending prick of a fucking
he's such
scientist.
a good actor.
And then he's got an alien assistant, and I think we need to talk about the alien assistant a little bit. He looks exactly like the motherfuckers from Prometheus, the engineers from Prometheus, like when they open the suit at the end of Prometheus, and that big like lumbering Frankenstein-y guy comes out. It looks exactly like them. Big weird nose that starts at the top of his forehead kind of thing, no eyebrows but huge like ridges where eyebrows would be. And he says his name is not it's that old you know when an alien tells you, hey, my name wouldn't be pronounceable by humans. It's like half the time
Try
I think
me, dude.
right, try me, motherfucker, I'm good at
Can you
names.
write it down?
I'm good at names. Like you just assume
You can speak English.
Try me, motherfucker. That's great, dude. Yeah,
That'd be
absolutely. And then they go to engineering with the guy from with Arn Anderson from the Four Horsemen of WCW fame, and Troy stands to give a little read on Riker of Kaczynski, and she's like, he's arrogant, he's a real piece of shit. And then she goes, his assistant, he's the puzzle. She's like, I don't get anything from him. It's like he doesn't exist. The mysteries of space.
I'll just have been like, well, he's an alien. I mean, who knows?
Yeah.
Just
Why do you
keep believing? You know?
Why do you assume that your Betazoid powers are going to work on all sentient beings? Like, what the fuck, dude?
I know. I bet Riker in that position was like, of course. I mean,
maybe
makes sense.
Kaczynski isn't the only arrogant person who thinks too much of their abilities. Eric Menuick plays we'll find out that he's called the Traveler, and
we'll see why soon.
So they're setting up engineering for this test, and Wesley Crusher was there doing stuff like fucking around.
I don't understand.
He's just
he
studying.
just gets away with all this stuff.
Well, remember, he's been made an ensign.
So he's just studying.
Oh no, they do that at the end of this.
No, do they?
Spoiler alert! Yeah, it's the end of this episode. They make him an honorary ensign. Yeah, and then they're like,
I thought it was before.
No, it wasn't at the end of the Ferengi one. It's at the end of this one. I'm pretty sure.
His thing.
Yeah, because he does a whole thing.
Yeah.
They wouldn't make him an honorary ensign after he got drunk and took over the fucking ship
No, of
2
course
episodes
not.
before.
Yeah.
But Wesley Crusher, it's important to note. It's important to note that he's there.
Mm-hmm.
Is all. And so they're setting up this test, this propulsion test, and Wesley Crusher is just kind of fucking hanging out. And this guy is saying
they're calling him out like it's all unraveling.
They're just like hey man, we know this is bullshit. This is not gonna work.
This doesn't make any sense. Can you explain it to us? And he's like, no, I mean, this is too complex for your simple mind.
You're a dumbass.
No, his whole rant was like,
you fucking dumbass.
I don't have time to be a teacher, and I've already taught the other Enterprise ships this. They all said the same thing, that these schematics make no sense.
I have to go through this every time with you dumb motherfuckers.
It was
dude.
so condescending and rude, and it was just he immediately establishes him as a douchebag.
And while they're having that exchange,
he's like, well, that was the thing though. It was the try me thing where it's like, I don't have time to explain this, and it was like, no, you do have time.
Because
you can explain it to my chief engineer.
You're gonna make. I want to make sure our ship doesn't fucking explode.
Exactly,
all right.
Yeah.
And while they're having that little tiff, where they're having that little cat fight in the corner of engineering, Wesley is watching the simulations that the Traveler is running, the assistant, and oh my god, the special effects on these simulations! I tell you, they make Tron look like fucking bullshit. Look at how great that looks, just spinning waves, and then
it gives a lot of weight.
And then Wesley makes some suggestions, and then the guy changes the waves based on those suggestions, and he's like, It would do that. Cool. And then and this is going to be a problem later. And first off, this is important later as well. The Traveler seems to be very enamored with Wesley Crusher. Kind of creepy at first.
Though.
I'll
bring that up at the end.
It is creepy immediately, but
for sure.
It's chill after this. After the first, we know why. Oh, it's because it's rare to meet somebody who can do the fucking bloobly boops like that on the screen or whatever. That's what it is.
It's given like, what is it called? The Chosen One. What's his thing?
The Chosen One.
No, what's the other word though? When in Deep Space Nine, when that captain's going through that.
Oh, he's the. Oh my God! People are screaming at the podcast app.
Dude.
He's the motherfucking. What's it called? Cisco turns into it at the end.
He's a chosen one as well.
Yeah, it's he's the not the Avatar. Hold on.
yeah. Right.
Siri, what is Benjamin Sisko's title?
Oh, no. It's the Bajoran prophets call him that.
Yeah, they call him. He is the. Oh my God, y'all.
The emissary.
The emissary. That's it. Yeah, he's the emissary. And so. Yeah, so the Traveler is like, ooh, who is this boy with this terrible salmon sweater just hanging off of his fucking stupid, annoying body? And so they do the test, and this is what's fucked up. So the test seems to be going fine, right? And So the test seems to be going fine. Al, you got it. Are you fucking kidding me? Are you telling me that this traveler guy, did he use Wesley's changes? Is that why shit was fucked up? Did he keep? I think he kept, because this has worked with the Fearless and shit, and the other, as you say, Star Trek ships.
The Star Trek ships.
Yeah. So did Wesley Crusher's meddling, and then he's gonna end up getting an honorary ensignship from this fucking shit? That, my friend, is bonkers. I'm not used to the recording equipment working the whole time, so I keep like panicking if I haven't looked at it. But ever since I upgraded the shit, it works. Oh my god!
So
look at that.
We get some really cool visuals, very akin to 2001. Space Odyssey.
There's like all these lights flying by the Enterprise,
and then the lights just stretch.
There's one great shot of the Enterprise in the warp bubble.
Yeah,
and it like is clearly a HD remastered Enterprise.
Oh, for sure.
And it stretches out and goes real fast. And then when they're in the I almost said the cockpit, but when they're on the bridge, it's just like all these galaxies and stuff flying by.
Yeah, but then the galaxies blend into one beam of light. And like, that's when it gets really scary.
And they're going, yeah, I was scared, dude. I had to hug my wife.
No, that melts your head a little bit. Yeah, it's like you're going so fast that the lights just all blend together. And Data says, like, what are
their speed is off the scale, right? And Picard says, Captain Picard says full reverse, and Data says, nobody's ever done full reverse at this speed before. And Picard said, nobody's ever gone this speed before, dude. Just fucking do it. I'm the captain. You're a robot.
Yeah.
You were built to serve me. Not really. I know where he comes from. And so they do full reverse, and it actually works. And they just kind of slow down.
That was nerve-wracking.
And when they come out of super warp, and you see this rad galaxy where they are, oh my gosh, man, it's so rad.
It's just it's a galaxy, but like they had switched out traditional like galaxy lights for other chroma.
They changed the colors.
They changed like the color schemes.
This is clearly very far away.
Yeah, there's like purple planets and like orange ones.
So they've not only left the galaxy, but they've passed through two others, and they've ended up on the far side of Triangulum, the galaxy known as M33. And of course, that's not possible because the distance that they've traveled, Data says 2,700,000 light years.
In minutes.
And Picard says, I can't accept that. And Data's like, you must. It's completely accurate. So they're 300 years to get home at maximum warp.
Yeah,
that's like a double Voyager. Wait, how long does Voyager think it's going to take when they first get to where they're going?
I think it's like 40 years, 50 years.
I thought it was like 75, but I could be wrong.
70,
you just
like
watched it.
No, I didn't fit. I don't remember it.
Okay.
I'm more locked into Enterprise
You're
now.
just waiting until we get to it in 10 years to talk about.
Let me look it up.
Yeah, how long was Voyager's trip going to be? Because they cut a bunch of years off of it. And while you're looking that up, I'm going to say these remastered shots of the Enterprise in Galaxy M33 are fucking rad. It would take 28 years or some shit for a tight beam message to get, or a subspace message
75.
to get back. So this is a triple Voyager. They gotta fucking figure out what's going on. And this scene rules because the chief engineer and Riker and old fucking smirky ass fucking Kaczynski come up on the bridge, and Kaczynski's like, well, clearly we fucking nailed it, right? Look how far we've gone and how fast we went, you know? And Picard's like, but the big question is, can you get us back? And Kaczynski's like, yeah, I can get us back. Of course I can get us back.
Yeah, that's the science part where he's like, yes, this is great and all, but can you do it again?
Right? And so then
I want to go home.
while Picard is praying that this guy can fucking do this shit, right? The Traveler is super tired and spaced out and weak, and he's like, oh man, I'm talking about the thought space and time and thought aren't the separate things they appear to be. Wesley Crusher says, so the way you're talking, it's like space and time and thought, they aren't separate like they appear to be. And the traveler's like, you gotta shut up, man. You can't talk like that, dude. If anybody hears you doing that, they'll be like, man, you're too groovy, man. They'll fucking lock you away, bro. You can't talk about space and time and thought being all one thing. Oh, boy, I'm not gonna molest you, but boy, it looks like I might. That's what that guy looked like just now.
Really creepy, but
big
he was
old, his big old 3-fingered hand on his shoulder.
Yeah, he just pretty much loses it.
Just a mentor. There's
Yes.
nothing creepy going on. He's dying, as we find out later. He's dying.
But yeah, he's like, no, man, that's
my
too
God.
advanced for your species right now. You don't even know what this means.
I can't believe fucking Kaczynski is just holding court on the bridge right now, going, we'll call it the Kaczynski scale. And Captain,
yeah.
you must be thrilled as an explorer. You're
The chief engineer says it sarcastically. He's like, why don't you just call it the Kaczynski scale?
Yeah, and he's like, we should.
And he's like, yeah,
Maybe
that'd be
we
amazing.
should. Nobody else there did it. I did it. My name is Kaczynski, so you were being a dick. I got that you were being a dick, but you're right that
And
we
he's
should
like,
do that.
Yeah, in order for there to be a scalar method, though,
You got to
we
prove
need
it.
to get back. You need
Right?
to do it again.
And
need repeated results.
and then this is where shit gets real Starfleety for a minute, because they're like, we're gonna all of them are like, look, we there's some science stuff going on out here. There's a star in the process of forming, you know. Why not avail of ourselves of this opportunity to study? There's a giant protostar here in the process of forming. The mention of a protostar is important to me because the protostar is the name of the ship in Star Trek, the kids show that came out, Prodigy. So Picard is like, nah, we can't study this shit as cool as it would be. We got to try and get home. And so Kaczynski is putting together the fucking, here we go, this is important. Kaczynski is putting together a repeat of the experiment, right? And the motherfucking traveler is beat. This is not good. He's like, I can do it. Now I can do it. You know, like when somebody got to take their keys away when they're drunk. And it's like, dude, you can't do this, man. You got to take a nap. We're 300 years away. And that's what's fucked up. They have time for him to take a nap. They're
They
hundreds of years
taken
away.
A second.
Just take 2 days. We'll study the protostar, and then we'll worry about getting back. And Wesley Crusher goes up to Riker, and he goes, Riker, I don't think that this guy is going to be able to do this. His assistant was phasing in and out.
He's like, shut up, Wesley.
He's like, shut the fuck up, dude. I'm sure it's fascinating. And then they also try to tell Wesley tells Kaczynski he can't do this, and the traveler's like, nah, I got this.
Well, it's just he's a kid.
I got this. I've only had a couple. I can get us through 300 years of space. You shut up. He's like, you're gonna shut up, and I'm gonna get us there, and I'm definitely not gonna phase in and out. That's for damn sure.
Yeah, and he's just like, Commander Riker. I mean, doesn't
Look
seem
at
kind of
this
weird?
guy. He's phasing in and out over here, and then he does. And
yeah,
it also,
and then Riker finally gets up and sees.
it also kind of looks like he's busting a little bit. I don't like that. Like when he's phasing, he's kind of like, ooh,
Yeah,
he's
knocking
humping.
his head back.
It's like he's humping the old the console, and then the warp engine's going crazy.
Yeah,
it's like,
dude,
I'm
it's,
not
like, fluttering.
You don't have to be a sicko to fucking make that connection. I'm not a creep.
Then the crew goes really, really fast
But
again.
it's not as fast as it was before, and it's a messier fast. Everything's shaken apart. It's not great. They fly out of the warp bubble, and now they are in somewhere even more fucked up. It's like a negative world. It's like a negative galaxy. It's all blue.
Yeah, there's no like concept of a galaxy.
It's just
or
there's
anything.
blue, and then there's white lights floating around.
It's like they're in a cell, or they're just somewhere beyond.
He said the thing. I'm doing the Leonardo DiCaprio meme. Data said, where none have gone before. It's like where no one has gone before, Data. Didn't you see the top of the script? It's on the fucking script, Brent. Hey,
Yeah,
Brent.
it feels weird that Data has all these quips, but it's kind of working more into his humor chip.
Also, he doesn't use contractions, right? And none isn't a contraction, but it still feels like he would say where no one has gone before. Anyway. So Data also said something interesting earlier. He said, "This is crazy, Captain. We never went faster than warp 1.5.
Yeah.
And yet we're in this fucked up fucking whatever the fuck, yo."
Yeah, just waiting for like a tardigrade to come out and just eat it.
It's funny
ship.
that you say a tardigrade to come out and eat the ship, because there's tardigrades in Star Trek Discovery. They have a big tardigrade that helps them travel through space and time.
There we
Because
go.
the tardigrade can navigate the mycelial network, which is the fungal network that travels throughout the entire galaxy. And that's how Discovery can travel so fast. It goes and travels through the fungal mycelial network through space.
Oh.
And the
damn.
tardigrade helps them learn how to do that.
That's crazy.
Oh, and then Worf's pet Targ shows up on the bridge.
No, yeah, so then Picard's like, I'm going to engineering. Data, you have the bridge.
Yep. And then Worf's pet Targ shows up and disappears. And then Yar's cat shows up.
Because then she goes, wait, is that like your cat or something?
Yeah, and then her cat appears. And then Picard tries to steps out of the turbo lift, and it's, oh my god, he's just in space! What the hell?
Yeah, and he's just panicking, like
What
looking
the
out.
hell,
It's a really cool
dude?
shot, though.
What the hell? And then it's, oh, he's fine. It's just a hallway, and then he walks into the hallway, and there you go. Oh,
He
and
has to
here
touch
we
the
go.
walls and stuff, and he's like, okay, I'm on the ship.
So Yar is holding her cat, and she's having a flashback of when she had this cat, and then a rape gang came after her, and she had to
it's
get
so
rid of the
awful.
cat. And then she tells the story to Geordi. She has, after this horrible flashback, and she's like, "I was being chased by a rape gang." And you gotta think at this point, and content warning. We got to talk about mention sexual assault a couple of times because Yar always brings it up.
She's been through it.
She brings it up too, and you know that it would be difficult to be like Geordi or the people in these situations. Okay,
Be
so
like, didn't you have your phaser? It's
No,
like,
no.
That would be so fucking stupid.
no, that's not what I mean. I mean like, so I feel like Yar brings it up maybe when it's not appropriate sometimes. Like she'll just be like, "Oh, this reminds me of like they'll all be at dinner." And she'll be like, "Oh, this food is so much better than when I was being chased by the rape gangs." It's like, just eat the dinner. Like, we get it. It's horrible what you fucking went through. Jesus Christ. But like, yeah, it made good spaghetti in the replicator. Like, that's a better way to express that, Tasha. But
She's been through a lot of shit.
nah, they're all very
So I just gotta
compassionate.
appreciate it.
And they should be.
And then it just hard cuts to this beautiful music playing, and then
There's
you're
like
like,
a-
what show am I watching?
There's like a Victorian musical quartet playing
cuts
strings,
to,
and one of them
then
is just a crew member,
Yeah,
who we never
exactly.
see again until somebody like looks. Doesn't Picard like look in and he sees the guy just like pretending to play the fucking shit, or no?
Yeah, he's just imagining it, and then
Picard watches a ballerina in one of the loading dock areas, and it's not a ballerina though. It's just a crew member, and now her delusion stops. There's the guy. And then the guy that was playing the fucking violin is just sitting in the break room.
and he just imagined it all.
I love that shit, dude. Like, and he's drinking he's like, "I'm just drinking orange drink." I just love that big thing of fucking orange drink. And then we get Picard's delusion where he meets his maman, who I think is his mother.
Yeah.
It's not maman, isn't grandma.
Maman.
Is maman grandma in French?
Maybe.
And so she has a conversation with him, and she's like, "I know I'm dead and all that, but this is crazier at the end of the universe, you know? Do you see this as the beginning or the end, etc.?" And so basically she helps Picard break through understanding where they are and that their thoughts come alive and that he should cherish this moment, even if it's weird and fake. It is her, because maybe this is where people go when they die. They go to the end of this galaxy. That's why his Targ was there. Because when all
His
dead
Targ
Targs,
passed.
all Targs go to heaven, you know?
Yes, of course.
And so then they get to sickbay, and she's working on the Traveler, right?
Yeah, Crusher.
And this is where Riker admits, fucking isn't it where he's like, Wesley kind of tried to tell me this shit. He's
he bones up to it.
Yeah, he
though.
does.
It
He
is
goes,
pretty nice. It's pretty good, honorable of him.
he goes, how could any of us have known what was going to go on? Picard goes, how could any of us know what was going to go on? And Riker goes, Wesley did. And Picard's like, what? And he's like,
Yeah.
Wesley tried to fucking tell me, dude. And I told him to shut up. Look at his sweater. Why would I listen to him? Look at that weird fucking sweater, dude. Why would I listen to him? It's like a reverse Cosby. And so basically this guy phases in and out, right? And now they're in an unknown universe trying to get back to a known universe, and the only thing that can do that is this dying alien. Oh, and then Wesley comes in when this alien, all the lights are down, and Picard's like, what's the boy doing here? And it's like, again, he's the only one that knew what the fuck was going on, dude. Stop. And he's like, he's my fucking friend, man. I'm going to watch him die. I mean, come on.
Yeah, and honestly, it's like this part is when Jean-Luc turns it up because Crusher's like, look, we're trying to take care of him, we're trying to revive him, he needs rest, and Picard's like, I don't give a fuck. We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
I don't have time for rest. Well,
yeah, and he's like, we don't have time for him to just chill out because we're all gonna kill each other with our thoughts. Like, we need to wake him up right now.
Oh, yeah, that's the problem. They might kill each other with their thoughts. I was going to say, why don't they just chill? But no, their thoughts are running around. Yeah.
That's like asking everybody to not think. Oh, my God, now I know why you said the Frankenstein thing.
Yeah.
Because it is reminiscent of Alice's Wonderland, too.
Yeah. I said Frankenstein because at the end of Prometheus, they look like Frankensteinis. And true. Also, Frankenstein was about Prometheus. He brings the fire of creation.
Yeah, true.
And so the traveler then says, the traveler then explains that they don't have a destination. They just travel through space and time and thought and experience things. And there's no purpose to their journey except curiosity. And isn't that just like the Enterprise? And he goes, my journey is curiosity. And Picard goes, that's not good enough. And he should just be like, isn't that what you're doing, motherfucker?
Yeah, what do you mean? You're
5-year missions, right?
New galaxies, new civilizations. Yeah, you think you'd be a little more enthusiastic about traveling 2 million light years or 2 million plus light years in 2 seconds, but it is a scary feeling.
And then he learned he got from some of the people he met in his travels, he learned the secrets of propulsion, and he's just been using that to scoot around on Federation ships, trading on the technology. And then Riker's like, and letting Kaczynski take all the credit, and the dude's like, I thought it would be fine. And Picard goes, well, that's not fine, motherfucker. We're gonna die out here in this whatever kind of universe it is.
He's like, yeah, it is. The lies eventually catch up to you too, dude.
And so they're trying to get out, and Picard says there's just no velocity that can possibly. Picard goes, look, I could believe that you could do something that would make us go beyond the motherfucking M33, right? But I can't possibly think of something that would bring us to wherever this weird galaxy thing is. Yeah, did you see how blue it is out there? What the hell?
Yeah.
Where the hell are we? And the traveler's like, look, you are millions of light years away. And he's like, thought got us here. And so that's the thing. Like he says, thought is the basis of all reality. And so thought is like the most powerful fucking thing, right? And again, they say that's not an explanation. And he says, I can act like a lens which focuses thought. And so basically he's been focusing fucking Kaczynski's thoughts and everybody's thoughts around him on the warp thing to help to turn it into energy to make them go faster. And he's like, you're asking me to believe in magic. And he goes, well, it could look like magic to you. And fucking Picard is like, no, it makes perfect sense. Well, first off, Picard understands the old adage that any magic or any science that's just different enough from the science that came before it would look like magic. And he's saying, no, this power of thought is the only thing that would explain any of this shit. So we got to figure it out.
He's basically saying thought is the essence of where you're at now, Captain. So they're basically in like the dream realm or like just some fucking weird.
They're in thought.
Yeah, just some weird metaverse of like just things that are immediately happening from their thoughts. But it is really ironic too that Kaczynski's the one that's like, sounds like bullshit. This is dumb. I mean, you're just asking us to believe in you, and it's like
That's what everybody.
that's what you were just doing a couple minutes ago.
Isn't that funny when they?
And it's funny though, because it's exactly right. Like he was using his thoughts to put in power, but like, do you think he was using Kaczynski's thoughts specifically every time? You know, because I mean, Kaczynski was the one that was so confident with the bullshit schematics.
Yeah, he sucks.
That's the only way that makes sense, right?
Well,
like, you would use a salesman to like
exactly to use their thoughts.
ideas.
Yes, you would use somebody who really believes in themselves. That's exactly what
probably
Troy
what it
was saying at the beginning. And so Riker's like, if you guys have been around forever, how come we don't know about the travelers? And he goes, don't take any offense to this, but you've kind of been uninteresting until now. He's like, now that you're flying around, now that you're zipping around out there, so now you merit serious attention. And
he's
so
like, we
this
probably
guy
have checked you out before, but you've probably not noticed, you know. But yeah, now there. I mean, it's like it's space and time. It just doesn't make sense to them, so they could just pop up anywhere.
Yep.
And it's sorry, go ahead.
No, go for it.
I was just saying, it's like now time's like a circle, you know. It kind of feels like, what's that? Have you seen Everything Everywhere All at
Yes,
Once? Where it's like everything on a bagel, you know, where it's like. It's just everything in one spot that doesn't really have like in the beginning or end.
Mm-hmm. Makes a lot of sense.
That's probably why they just weren't interested in humans until later.
And then, so the Traveler says, look, Picard is like, we got to do this now. Wesley's like, no, you have to rest. And the Traveler goes, no, look, we got to do this now. I need to talk to the captain alone. Everybody get the fuck out of here. And so they all leave, and he's like, listen, Captain, Wesley, he's a fucking creepo Traveler guy. He's one of me. You must watch him. Whatever happens, it is imperative that it proceed naturally. You can't tell him that I told you that he's got this special time thing in his DNA. and then he could have just not told him anything.
Yeah, honestly.
He could have just not said anything to him about it, and there you go.
And it's pretty great because again, it's putting all this pressure on Wesley out of the blue, and we all just you immediately don't like him because of that episode when he manipulates the entire ship. Like that episode could have happened
he's a fucking
way later,
turd.
you know.
And this Traveler guy really gasses Wesley up to Picard. He's like it's like he's like Mozart. Like he can only make beautiful music that only he can that only he understands, but others can see it and feel it. He is such a person beyond understanding.
He was just saying Mozart was making all these beautiful symphonies so young, and he was chosen and gifted. Wesley is that way as well. It's like, okay.
Right? And
that
now
is also a reach.
Exactly. Like I think, and Wesley does. Spoiler alert: he ends up. This Traveler stuff comes back in Picard. So you see Wesley, and that he actually does become a Traveler. Spoiler alert! It's pretty great. So they got to get the Traveler down to engineering, and then Picard helps this guy who's imagining a wall of flame. He's like, just put it out. Put it out with your fucking mind. Just
like,
think
what?
about the flames being out, you little shit. And then the guy does it. He does it. And then he's like, all right, sir, thank you.
Yeah, and right before they take off again, Picard goes on the mic on the bridge, and it's just like, everybody think positive thoughts about us getting the fuck out of here. And getting home.
He goes, this is the captain speaking. All decks, I must have your full attention. In a few moments as we attempt to warp back home, it is vital, absolutely vital, that you center your thoughts on your duty or on the welfare of the one called the Traveler. I fucking love that. Think of giving him some of your strength. Now, this is an order. I'm ordering you to give your strength to the Traveler. And then just imagine, like the guy in the background is like, what the fuck? I've been like, I knew that we were in a weird place, but
I just don't care.
I empty the whatever needs to be emptied. Yeah, okay.
He just had his lunch at the replicator, and it's his day off.
I love this shit. This is such a great long speech from Picard.
It's pretty good.
He like sympathize. He goes, think of the Traveler as somebody you really fucking care about, and you really want him to get you home. And the Traveler's like smiling. He's like feeling everybody's thoughts. He starts playing the stuff. And then he goes, I need your help, Kaczynski. Come over here and play the other computer. And Kaczynski's like, you need my help?
Yeah.
And he goes, this can't be done without you. And there's like a little redemption arc for that piece of shit Kaczynski, which is kind of
it's like,
funny.
what the fuck? He was just taunting him not even 15 minutes ago.
Yeah,
Some
and they're
bullshit.
they're all just thinking, and then on my order, they start to travel through time and space, and then the Traveler starts to fade in and out, and Wesley reaches out and takes his hand.
It's
and
kind of
just,
like a look on their face of like, okay, I'm gonna die now. You know, it's like, all right, I'm
they're
never coming
flying
back.
through. Whoa, shit! And then he phases out like he's like leaving a cutscene in one of those Sega CD games, in Night Creature or
Or
whatever
like
the
the
fuck.
old school fade out and phase out in Nosferatu, where they just like change the
Yes.
filters over.
Yeah, just.
They're just woo.
And so anyway, the Traveler's gone. He's dead. So that's the end of him.
Yes,
And he told Picard that Wesley is like a super being, basically.
Yeah, and Geordi's like, okay, we're in the same exact spot that we were before.
Yep. End of the sleigh ride. And then he's like, you call that a fucking sleigh ride? What the hell?
Yeah, and Picard was just thinking, well, I guess he's left now, but we'll wish him well.
Yeah, he does the thing over the intercom where he's like, the Traveler has left us, and wherever he's gone, we wish him well. There's some really good moments with Patrick Stewart in this fucking episode, dude. I love it. And then he says,
calling the boy.
yeah, he says, send the boy down to the bridge. And they do this whole thing where it's like, you can't be here unless you're an
Wesley's his
ensign.
name.
And he says, how supportive you were in engineering. Well done. And then he's like, at ease. And so basically, he is going to have Wesley sit in the command chair. And Riker's
Yeah.
like, Captain, that's not allowed. He's a civilian. And then Picard goes, well, we'll just have to make him a commissioned officer in training then. So they make him an official ensign, a provisionary ensign, acting ensign.
Yeah.
And they say, but you got to apply to the fucking academy the second you're able to do so. And Riker, you're going to put together a course of study for him and schedule Mr. Crusher heavy on study. And there you go. And
Yeah,
then
it's funny though, because Wesley's like, wow, thanks, Captain. And then Picard's like, shut up, Wesley. I don't interrupt me when I'm speaking to you.
yeah, I love it, dude. He's so begrudgingly trying to be dad-like. And then he's like, we should probably tell your mom. Do you want to tell her, Wes? And he goes, I want to sit up here for a little while first. He's just like sitting on a piece of the set. He doesn't even have a chair.
Yeah.
He's like sitting next to Troy. He's like looking at Troy like, you got a chair, huh? Someday I'll have a chair. And that's the end of the episode. 5 minutes ago, I was like, what the hell could possibly happen between now and the end of the episode? They're traveling back already. What 5 minutes of shit is there to happen after they get back? But then I forgot they have to promote Wesley to acting ensign. And that...
Yeah, it's because he was the only one that warned them.
He's the only one that knew anything about what was fucking going on at
Yeah.
all. And that's part of his character because you hate him because he's fucking annoying, but he's also correct and a genius and a future traveler. And that is where no one has gone before, episode 6 of Star Trek The Next Generation Season 1. Al, I've got my stuff I want to cover that I don't want to forget, but before that, what did you think?
Oh, no, you go ahead.
All right, so Yar always brings up the rape gangs. That's something
Yeah,
I feel like I have to miss. I like how that one guy is like, I'm not playing violin. I'm drinking orange juice. That one guy, the dude that was like imagining himself playing violin.
yeah.
And then the violin people disappear and he's like, no. The look on his face, like he's like a meme. Like he's like, oh, I'm so disappointed that I'm drinking orange juice instead of playing violin. I think the assistant looks just like the engineers from Prometheus, and no offense, Josh Trumbo, if you're listening, the guy that does our art, you could definitely go as the Traveler for Halloween, and people be like, yeah, I see it. Riker should have sold out Wesley. So in the sick bay, when Picard is like, how could we have possibly known? And Riker should have been like, yeah, nobody said anything to us. In fact, Wesley said, don't do this.
Yeah, right.
And the power of good thinking gets them home. I love that. The power of positive mental thinking. The Traveler puts Wesley's whole future in Picard's hands. That's pretty fucked up. This comes up later in Picard. I like Jordy and Data's little like look that they have with each other at the end, like, oh, we made it back. I thought we were gonna fucking explode. And then Wesley's an acting ensign. Here we go. That's gonna make him exponentially more annoying. What did you think?
Yeah, it was really weird for the Traveler to drop a bomb like that on Picard at the last minute, and he could have just been like, hey, just, keep an eye out for him, He's just some fucking dumbass.
He's
He
kind
could
of
have just
special.
said that.
He's kind of special.
Yeah, right.
Just-
Or
just
just
look
like,
out
he's
for
a
him.
ding dong.
He's kind of smart.
Or just go the opposite and be like, this guy's he's a ding dong. I mean, he does notice some things, but his life could be in danger.
Don't treat him special.
Yeah, right.
But don't treat him special either, Like, just treat him like a normal amount of treating.
It was just so weird for him to tiptoe around that. But also, yeah, I did like the chemistry building between Data and Geordi, with them having their looks at each other, their glances, and like them freaking out about how far they've hopped in the distance and stuff. It wasn't really like collaborative, I guess, of the crew until Picard was doing the whole like, hey, I'm open to comments.
Oh, dude.
Like, hey, is this fucker lying,
I love...
And that was probably the good, very classic Starfleet part of that. But sorry, what were you saying?
No, I just have to mention that... and I totally forgot it, so never mind. Continue. It was very when they decide that they got to get everybody together, like, okay, now we have to figure out what the fuck is going
otherwise
on.
Everybody had little bits and pieces. This was more like focused on Wesley and the alien, and then Riker and the chief engineer.
There's so much Riker, and there's so much.
It was so interesting. Just
There's so much Riker and the chief engineer just like standing shoulder to shoulder with their arms crossed.
It was nice
just
though.
Like, this fucking
it
loser.
feels like a good. It's like a good dynamic of the ship, because it's like, Kaczynski's like, well, I already got permission from all the Starfleet officers or from other Starfleet captains that I can do this, and Riker's like, yeah, but not from our chief engineer and not from their second in command, like. We're not from the people that are writing the fucking thing, like we need you to, tell us exactly how you did this so we can replicate it if you want to. Like, it's just so weird. This guy, it was reminiscent of the Elizabeth Holmes thing with the blood donation, where it's like, hey, just trust me, like this works. Like,
it is like that. He's like Elon
insane.
Musk.
Yeah, it's
Wow.
really weird.
And just like Elon Musk, he co-opted his shit from somebody else.
Yes, exactly.
Didn't even know it.
And also, what's reminiscent at the end too, it reminded me of Elf, where it's like the spirit of Christmas got Santa back home, where it's like the spirit of positive thinking got the Enterprise back home.
Right, yes.
And it was it's a mishmash of like all these different little plot lines and like stories that we've seen from
So
the
many
original
tropes.
series. Yeah,
So
a lot
many
of
tropes.
But they all mesh together well. I would say this is probably, for me, a little slightly better than the Ferengi episode. I mean, I do like the Ferengi stuff, but like to me, I like the Ferengi action where it's them negotiating and it's more about like their trade deals and like,
And it's not their like little
corpse.
goblins.
Yeah,
It's not their little
It
goblins.
kind of came a little, it came off the little
they're like
goblin
gremlins. Yeah.
yeah. But
So
this
what-
one's more interesting because of what's it called? Just the dynamic between the alien phasing in and out. Oh, I did chuckle actually. I want to mention at the part when Picard's like, "What do you mean the alien was hurt?" And Wesley's like, "He was just phasing in and out." And Picard's like, "What do you mean phasing?" And he's like, "What? What do you mean? Like, did you read any of the fucking files from the Enterprise?"
And then he
like,
goes, "Why
there's
did
been
you?"
multiple people that phase.
That's when fucking
and
not
Riker's
only
like, "Yeah, of course he phased.
not only-
I know what phasing is."
not
And it's
only
like,
lots
none
of-
of you know.
not only have lots of people phased, but also that's when Riker could have sold him out. Like he's like, Wesley, why didn't you tell somebody you saw him phasing? And Riker'd be like, yeah, Wesley, why didn't you fucking tell us you saw him phasing? We would have listened to you for sure.
It was so weird. I don't know. But then I was just thinking, I guess Wesley is the chosen one because he reads everything or whatever. But and then it barely featured anybody else. Like Crusher was in there for seconds, and she was like, "He needs to rest." And
Yeah,
Picard's like, "No, damn it,
Troy,
wake him up."
it was a very Troy heavy episode. She had to read
That's true.
Kaczynski's thoughts, and then she had to read the Traveler's thoughts.
It was nice to connect it though, that like we just did with the whole salesman thing, and it's like, oh, you need a salesman's confidence and the alien's I guess
ability to
what is it called?
turn thoughts into propulsion.
An amplifier of positive thinking.
An alien's ability to turn thoughts into propulsion. And so, what would you give it for a rating if we were going to do 1 to 5 Travelers?
Oh yeah, there we go. I would say 3.5.
3.5 for me
Yeah,
too.
yeah.
Same page club. It's not
It
quite
was-
as good as the Ferengi one for me. It didn't have anyone going,
Yeah. I just thought it was more like, it was quick. It was to the point, but I liked how mind bending the time traveling was. Oh, and it was the funny little quip when Data's like, "Captain, we should stay out here. No ship has ever been here before.
Right?
Look,
Oh.
there's a star imploding. We should do studies on that."
and I love it when
Picard's
Picard.
like, "Look, I mean, if he can prove this, we can just send a science ship out here."
Yeah,
and I was
right.
like, there we go. And, like,
Deflecting.
but that's why it's so clever though, because it's them, constantly fighting with Kaczynski, especially in the engine room. I really like that part because it's like Kaczynski's like, "Well, I'm just gonna take it up with your captain," and Riker's like, "Okay, do it. He'll just send you back to us." Like,
Yeah, dude.
it's still gonna be the same situation. He goes, "That won't help at all," and it's just like really awkward tension without them like outright yelling at each other. It's pretty funny writing.
Yeah, they do a good job. I think
And it's in space.
in space where nobody can hear you fuck up at your job. So one thing I want to mention is the guy who played Argyle, the chief engineer. He is still acting to this day and stuff,
No.
man. He's 80 something years old.
Nice.
And he just did an episode of Night Court last year.
Oh my god, he was on Legion.
Yeah, he played Thinking Man #2. He was
Whoa.
in Preacher. He's got a
Gilmore Girls.
He's got a great fucking agent, dude. This guy's doing 3 or
The
4
Mindy
episodes of
Project.
stuff. As a character actor like this, if you can work fucking 3 or 4, he did 9 episodes of Walk
You
the
get them
Prank.
royalties, bro.
Well, yeah,
You
and
stack 'em.
just getting those fucking
He's
couple
in
days
Parks and
rates.
Rec.
Yeah,
3
we're
episodes.
going way back. Yeah, so good for you. Good for you, Biff Yeager. Classic fucking character actor. That's what we thought of Where No One Has Gone Before 3.5 and 3.5 Travelers. And
They're starting to turn up though. These episodes.
they're getting better.
Yeah, finally.
Leaps and bounds. What are you going to recommend for the? Oh wait, hold on. We've got
Oh, the
time for
button.
one last segment.
Captain, Adam and Al are recommending things. I repeat, Adam and Al are recommending things.
All right, what are you
Let's
recommending
see,
this
let's
week,
see.
Al?
There is this new, this new house single from this producer called Daphne. It's Daphni.
Oh,
Yeah, it was spelled cleverly. It's called. It's just a single called "Sad Piano House."
ooh, Sad Piano House.
Yeah, it's actually it's pretty good. It's pretty groovy. It's I mean, just as it's described, "Sad Piano House." It's pretty upbeat. But oh yes, another thing though, I did complete the 7 Mission Impossible movies.
Up to you saw the newest one too
Not
in
the newest
theater.
one. The newest one's in theater.
so
and
you
I was
went
like,
up to Dead
that's what they
Reckoning?
get you, yeah.
You've dead reckoned.
And then it was one of those situations where I also saw this with The Accountant, where I'm like, man, they're just making the first fucking movie, prepping you for the second one.
Dude,
Like, why even make the first one? Just
No.
just take the good plot and put it in the first one.
Accountant 2 is so weird, dude.
I love The Accountant 2 compared to Accountant 1.
I think I'm
Really?
totally the reverse, dude. Accountant 2, like
It
Accountant
was
2
so
is
silly.
Accountant
it
2
went
is
over.
interesting to watch, but it's a fucking weird movie. It made no sense
Of
whatsoever.
course,
Like
that's what makes it
the
so
first one
great.
was like a good like logical plot and shit.
Oh,
And this was
yeah.
just
This
John
is off the
Barenthal and
rails.
fucking yeah. But anyway, so you're saying watch all the Mission Impossibles. You recommend them?
It is true. I was looking at the IMDb and it was like saying that the ratings go higher as you go along, and I was like, no way, huh? And it turns out, yeah, the 4th, the 5th, and the 6th are like really solid.
So-
the 4th and the 5th.
Because the segment is we're recommending things. Of the
Yes.
Mission Impossible movies, what 2 would you recommend above all the
gonna get
rest?
there. I got it. It's 4th and the 5th.
You think so?
Yeah. Out of the 7 that we've seen. There's so many fucking patterns, dude, when you see them back to back, too. It's like watching the Transformers movies. We were thinking of doing the Fast and Furious, too,
Oh, I
just
did
to
that.
see all those fucking patterns.
I did that 2 years
And I was
ago.
like, oh my God.
Fast
it's
and the
hilarious.
Furious.
but
Fast and the Furious 9 is so fucking good and funny when the 2 guys go to space. Have you seen that?
No, I saw bits of like Hobbs and Shaw because I was just bored. And I was like, damn, this is fucking ridiculous.
I put that on recently when I was
It's
bored too.
wild, isn't it?
Yeah, I saw it a while ago, like on a plane or something, like when it came out. But no, dude, that fucking in Fast and the Furious 9, 2 of the characters go into orbit in a makeshift rocket car, and it is fucking hilarious, dude. And one of them is Tyrese.
Oh,
I believe. I could be wrong, but yeah, it's fucking great.
It's like those scales of movies, you know. It's like popcorn flicks.
So you think Mission Impossible 4 and 5 are the best?
Yeah, out of the 7 that I've seen, they're very, very exciting, solid. There's good set pieces, dude. That 7th one did really turn it up though at the end with the train.
And when he bonked his
Uncharted.
head, you watch Tom Cruise bang his head for real.
Oh gosh,
that scene when he flies into the train after parachuting in.
Yeah.
That look on his face when he rang his bell, he like really fucking bonked his head. Yeah, he's a dipshit. He did that for real. He parachuted into the thing. He did
sounds
that.
like something.
He did that. He parachuted down and then he went into the moving train.
We're talking for 2 seconds of a shot, but
bonked his head. And it's like, I get it.
It's
I understand
a gimmick,
that.
though. It's like they crank it. Yeah, I
he's
mean,
like,
I
he's
like
like
it,
billionaire Jackie Chan, you know?
Yeah, that's true. But out of all of them, I don't know. I would say plot wise, probably 4 or 5. But yeah, by 6, 7, you're just like, okay, this is getting ridiculous. And then it's like, oh, you think he's gonna stop at the final reckoning? No, there's gonna be the final awakening, and then it's like now the real final reckoning. Or
do you think they're gonna do more than this? You don't think this is gonna be the last movie?
No, man. I mean,
he's so old.
Yeah, it is hilarious.
He's
seeing
60.
him age. I know. I was like realizing he's around my father's age, and I'm like picturing my father doing all these stunts.
Your father
and stuff.
flying into a train on a fucking parachute and bonking his fucking
on a
head.
motorcycle and
my
just taking
back.
off. Yeah, no way. My dad would be like, I need at least a massive paycheck if I'm gonna do that.
Yeah, just all
So
the
it's just
motorcycle
like,
riding.
Yeah,
Damn.
it's crazy. But no, I would recommend Sad Piano House by Daphne, and then Mission Impossible 4 and 5.
Hell yeah. I'm going to recommend, I have my little recommendations thing here. Well, so I don't want to burn them all up, but I kind of have 2. I'll pick one and then do another one later. Final Destination Bloodlines.
Oh, was it good?
Good as hell, dude.
Hell yeah.
Fucking best Final Destination movie.
Nice.
Like it was so good. Because like I don't really like the Final Destinations. I think the rankings of those properties, it's like Scream is first, and then Final Destination, and then like I Know What You Did Last Summer is last of those. But man, this Final Destination, dude, it's real good. We should watch the opening after this, because the you know how they all start with like a disastrous premonition or whatever. It's really fucking cool.
Also, though, it reminded me of when you were saying that they're trying to make a series that, like, I mean, I'm obviously late, but they're making a new Strangers too.
Yeah,
like
they
made
made
a prequel, but they've already made like all these prequels and sequels, and I'm like,
no, this is the sequel to the Strangers that came out a year ago.
Okay. But it's like everybody just likes the original, and that seems to be the general agreement. And it's like
there's no reason to make other ones.
Make more? Yeah, like
the original.
That was a whole creepy part of the first one. Was like because you were home. Like this happens for no reason.
The original,
you know?
the original had Glenn Howerton getting killed.
Yeah.
Like I fucking love that movie, dude. It was so good.
Oh, it scared the shit out of me. But anyways, we're in a good rip for horror. There's a lot of good horror coming out this year.
And I'll have something else to recommend next week. Go watch Sinners too. Sinners is fucking great. Final Destination, Bloodlines, a little trashier horror. Sinners is your classier cinematic horror. Fucking great shit all around. And that's it for this episode of Trek in the Valley. Thanks for coming out for number 125. We will be back next week with Star Trek The Next Generation, Season 1, Episode 7, Lonely Among Us. Bom, bom, bom. See you next. You'll hear us next week, gang.
All right. Peace.
Bye. 125. Trek in the Valley is brought to you by Adam Ordall-Quinnell and Al Hirt. The theme was produced by Al. The episodes are engineered by Adam. You can email the podcast at trekinthevalley@gmail.com, or you can search for us on Bluesky as Trek in the Valley and follow us over there. please be sure to like, subscribe, rate, review, whatever you do on your podcast apps. It really helps us out. And never forget, always explore strange new fucking worlds.